The primaries are over. Now it's time for us to understand the people that's going to be on our ballot so that you guys can start putting some names to faces. So this will not be an in-depth video of each of these candidates. I will be giving you guys 2 points. There are a lot of candidates who don't have that information readily available yet at this time. Let's go ahead and get into it. So first up, we have our U.S. Senate representing the Democrat Party. We have Roy Cooper. We see a couple of his focuses right here: lowering cost of living, as well as addressing inflation, public schools, and local jobs. Up next, we have Shannon Bray. He's a libertarian. So his focus is on limited government, individual rights, and transparency, tax reforms, economic freedom, and reduced federal control. Michael Whatley, he will be representing the Republican Party. So economic opportunity, safe communities, and a strong country with protecting taxpayer dollars. This race impacts the things that affects us on the federal level: our federal taxes, our health care, the laws nationally that impact our everyday life. These are the people that will make decisions about that. Let's go ahead and move on to our U.S. House of Representatives. Representing the Democrat Party, Raymond Smith. His focuses on lowering costs and expanding health care, infrastructure, invest in public education, more government accountability. So for the Libertarian Party, we have Daniel Cavender. Focus will be on limited government as well as individual liberties, congressional term limits. He doesn't want people in Congress to be up there for 20, 30 years, just up there. He's like, absolutely not. We need to go ahead and put some term limits on this thing because y'all are up there hanging out to the end of time. Also, reduce federal control. Representing the Republican Party, we have Greg Murphy. Focuses on veterans, agriculture, and education, as well as tax relief and economic policy changes. So these people impact our everyday lives just like our Senate. When it comes to our federal spending, they make decisions about that, our taxes and things like that. So make sure you're paying attention to these people as well. All right. We got a North Carolina Supreme Court. You got the highest court in the state. We got Anita Earls. She's a Democrat. She's representing that party. She wants access to health care, a sound and basic education, and the right to vote. And then her opponent, we got Sarah Stevens. She's focusing on applying the laws as written. So you can read through that. The North Carolina Supreme Court impacts Pitt County by making final rulings on law that determines how local elections are run, how schools are funded, and how residents' rights are protected. Up next, we got our North Carolina Court of Appeals. This is the second highest court in the state. Representing the Democrat Party, John S. Arrowwood. There's very limited information about his priorities, so hopefully down the line we'll get more information about him. His opponent is Michael Byrne. These two are going to be battling it out for seat 1 in the North Carolina Court of Appeals. There was not much information about his priorities. This race helps us decide how legal decisions are reviewed and how laws are applied across North Carolina. So they deal with a lot of appeals statewide. So this is for seat 1 for North Carolina Court of Appeals. Next up, we got seat 2 for the North Carolina Court of Appeals. Tobias Hampson, he is going to be representing the Democrat Party, and his opponent is George Cooper Bell. He's going to be representing the Republican Party. Both of these candidates, limited information available for their priorities. So let's go ahead and move along. Craig Collins for seat 3 for North Carolina Court of Appeals. So there's very limited information about his priorities. So got to tighten up, candidates. The people need y'all information. Let's move along to the next piece here. North Carolina Senate, District 5, Kandie Smith representing the Democrat Party. Her focus is education funding and teacher pay, lowering cost of living, workforce development, and criminal justice reform. Her opponent is Henry Holtzler, representing the Republican Party. Focus on tax cuts, small business growth, and limited government, parental rights, public safety, and agricultural. So this race is important because these people will decide our state budget, where our money goes, where our taxpaying dollars are going to go, how much funding is going to go to education, how much is going to go to health care, and things like that. Up next, NC House of Representatives for District 8. We have Glorstein Brown representing the Democrat Party. Focus on jobs, environmental protection, public education funding and healthcare access. Her opponent is a Republican as well as a newcomer. We got Kathy Thorne Bynum. It's very limited information available for her right now. So I'm pretty sure down the line, some information will be made public for us so we could do further research. So they impact how our money is spent as well. What goes to schools, what goes to healthcare. They impact all of that, your cost of living. So make sure you guys are looking into them as well. District 9, our candidates, Claire Kempner for the Democrat Party, focusing on lowering cost of living, public schools, local jobs. Tim Reeder on healthcare and education, protecting our tax dollars and more money in our pockets. Keep an eye on these two as the battle continues. Up next, we have our North Carolina District Court judges. District 3, Seat 1, Watsy Sutton, representing the Democrat Party. Over the next couple of months, we'll be able to get more information on her, and I will absolutely put that out, as well as Daniel Hines, Minger. So we need our candidates to get information out so that the people can get it. All right. They decide on family matters, minor cases, and everyday legal outcomes for our community. These are the people you will see in court. We got District 3, Seat 2, Lee Teague. He's representing the Republican Party. His priorities, we don't know that yet. Up next, we have our district attorney for District 3, Ferris Dixon, representing the Democrat Party. His focuses will be on drug court, mental health programs, juvenile justice, violence prevention, and conviction reviews. Clerk of Superior Court. And we have Sarah Rhodes. She'll be focusing on court administration and legal filings. So these are your district attorney and your clerk of Superior Court. So let's go ahead and move on. Next up, we have our Pitt County Board of Commissioners. For District 1, we have Ann Floyd Huggins, a Democrat. For District 2, we have Mary Perkins Williams, also a Democrat. And for District 3, we have Christopher Nunnally. So this race helps decide our county spending. So whatever happens in our county, they make decisions about it. So property taxes, public services, EMS, and things like that. So anything county related, it's up to these people, and resources that impact our everyday lives in Pitt County. So let's go ahead and move on. Our commissioners for District 4, Rodney D. Harris, Democrat. He will be going up against Benji Holloman, representing the Republican Party. District 5, Dennis McLaughlin Sr., he's a Democrat. He will be going up against Mark Smith for the District 5 seat for the Board of Commissioners. All right, so District 6, same thing with the information. Liam Schuler, he's a Democrat. He will be going up against Gary Reaver, representing the Republican Party. These are your candidates for District 6. Up next, we have our Pitt County Board of Education. For District 1, we have Mary Nobles Mosley. She does not have an opponent. District 2, we have Ann Robin Cole. She does not have an opponent as well. So that is an automatic seat for them for the Pitt County Board of Education. District 5, we have Jennifer Hudson. She does not have an opponent, so it's like an automatic for that seat, as well as District 7, Kelly Weaver. She's also a Democrat. There's not much information about them, but just putting a name to the face so you guys can know them when they are out and about. What does the Board of Education do? So this race helps your local schools, how your local schools are ran, including policies, leadership, and student resources. So they impact everything when it comes to education. So it's very important to know what these people are doing. Lastly, but certainly not least, we have our Pitt County Sheriff, Paula Dance. Hey, already in there. She does not have an opponent for this race. She is a Democrat also. A couple of her focuses will be expanding jail programs like education and job training and certification. Also, rehabilitation efforts to reduce repeat offenders. So she wants to keep people from coming back to jail. This race is important because it decides jail operation, our public safety, just our overall public safety throughout the county. So she impacts that. All right, guys, so that is everybody. Over the next couple of months, as they start to put more information out, I will make sure that we do an in-depth breakdown of each candidate, as well as some interviews, so that you guys can make, the best decision for you and your family.